Okay guys, I got an honest review on the DR brush cutter, 26-inch, 15.5 horsepower brush cutter. Here we go. I'm going to start with customer service. Well, it wasn't too good, guys. So I initially placed an order. I guess they were having issues with the website, and they didn't even see my order. So I gave them a call, and I had to pay again for the brush cutter. I guess it was a website issue, but overall it didn't make me feel good. So they charged me for the blade, then they charged again for another new blade, which I still haven't been refunded for. So overall, it's been kind of an issue with the customer service. Actually, they haven't even picked up my phone call. I've been calling for the past week now. I let it ring for about 20 minutes and nothing, guys. No one picks up or anything. So the customer service, I would give that about a C, because when I did talk to someone, it was great. But now I haven't been able to talk to someone in about a week or so now. So I got the brush cutter, but I'm still charged for the blade that never came. And I'm actually double charged. They charged me twice for it, and I just want to cancel, get a refund on that. But I guess I got to talk to someone to do that, and I haven't been able to do that. So overall customer service, you're getting a big C. So when the actual delivery did come, it was excellent. The delivery company, I believe, was XPO. Top-notch communication. They called me when they were coming out. They were here on time. He told me from 8 to 10 in the morning he'll be here. He showed up around 8:30, I want to say. So he was perfectly on time. He called 30 minutes before. You'll see the unload was super easy. Everything was intact. No issues. It was pleasant. So overall, the delivery, I will give them an A+ for that, but that has nothing to do with the company. That's more so the delivery company. They were great. Now, putting the machine together was super easy. It's basically two pieces. You just snap it together, add a little oil. You want to start the blade, I believe it was 50 times. Other than that, everything was super easy. Started right up. But you'll see in the video, I had problems with the oil. I added too much oil, basically. So you'll see in the video of me actually cutting, you'll see a lot of smoke coming out. That's just the machine burning off the oil. But other than that, putting it together, it was a breeze, y'all. I wanted to make this review super quick, so we're gonna actually check out the use of this brush cutter. So I'm a lawn care service guy. I do commercial and residential, and then I have a lot of small lots. And these lots, grass are high, and when we get them new, you never know what's in the yard, so I need a brush cutter. I don't want to throw my main mower on these type of yards, so that's why I went and got the brush cutter. I was gonna get a billygoat. I looked at the DR, and it was maybe like 2 or 3 other ones, and the review said go with the DR, which is what I did. So you'll see me cutting this yard. The brush cutter, it basically anything that you kind of able to push over, I believe it'll chop it up, besides the stump. But other than that, this thing is beefy. It got through, I had some 2-inch saplings, so a bunch of 1-inch saplings that was put together. It went right through it. So my lawn care guys, if you don't want to just put just anything, get you one of these brush cutters and thank me later, because it eats right through it. As you can see in this video, everything was a breeze. The smoke issue, that was just me. I added too much oil, so it burnt off the oil. That happens with your lawnmowers, everything. Same thing with that. Other issues that I had was, it's not really an issue, it's just preference. If you're used to hydro mowers, get used to the reverse and the forward of this DR brush cutter, because you're not gonna be, it's not hydro. You're either gonna go forward or you're gonna go backwards. You learn that real quick. You'll see in the video I learned that. That's basically what you want to do, forward and backwards. Turning it is very hard, because those handles, it's not hydro. You're basically stopping one tire to let it spin, and when you're in the field like that, it's difficult because you're spinning in brush for the most part. So other than that, everything's cool. Now, would I recommend buying one of these? So it was around $3,100 for the brush cutter. If you have enough work, I would say yes, purchase it. But go rent one, try it out before you make that big purchase. I really need it because, as you can see in my videos, I run into a lot of high grass. I get maybe 2 or 3 high grass situations per week, so it's very needed for me. It goes through. You almost don't want to use it because it's a pretty machine, guys, but you know how I treat my equipment. When I buy it, I use it. So overall, I rate it about a B. The customer service was, I seen a lot of reviews saying it was the best customer service they ever had. Maybe so if you're able to talk to them, but it's just so hard getting these guys on the phone. Please just send my $80 back, guys. But other than that, I give it about a B plus because this machine, it, like I said, it rips through things like butter. Check out the video and like the video, subscribe. Thank you. Okay, y'all, got the perfect yard to test out the DR brush cutter. As you see, we cut the grass up to this point, then we got a bunch of brush back here. My lawn care guys know you don't want to put your mower and stuff like this. You don't know what's in there. So you see little stumps probably all throughout. Just a crazy little area. So we're gonna test that brush cutter out. I know you guys, my lawn guys, probably wondering should they get one for properties like this. We're gonna find out. So now we're gonna test out the saplings. They're about maybe 2 inches thick, but it's a lot of them packed together. So we're gonna see how this does. If it doesn't go through it, I'm gonna just stop, but let's test it out. This is the after. Got almost to the finish line over here. Took it all the way back. All the way back. See all that brush I took away over here. It's about that tall, all of it. Took it down pretty easily.